What's up, guys? Evan Aldo here. So in this technical analysis video, I am going to show you Bitcoin and what I think is happening. Crazy morning in the private Discord, my exclusive Discord. We had a nice ADA trade that I took here, entry 210 this morning. It looked better than Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I think actually the percentage-wise this morning was Bitcoin and Ethereum throughout the day probably did a little bit better than it. I'd have to look at the percentages, but we hit our first take profit, and then we just hit our second take profit. Link in description below if you guys want to check this out. A little bit risky right here. So I've been swing long technically since 43K the past, I don't know, what was it, 2 weeks ago when we were at 43K, and been gradually just taking profits and putting money back on. So right now, I just put some money back on. It is a little bit risky right now. I'll tell you the reason why I put some money back into this trade here, and the main reason is the money flow crossover on the 30-minute. That combined with, I like the 8-hour printing a green dot, 16-hour printing a green dot. Everything seems to be printing a green dot. Keep in mind, we are getting to the point where, well, one, the VWAP is still coming down the daily. Will it curve up or just keep curving down? We'll see. I mean, that's our main cause for concern. Also, the 2-day curving down. Also, funding fees are going to be really high for longs right now. And usually when they start to get really high for longs, what happens? You get a fierce, downward rejection. The other concern is this coming down. We're about to print a red dot on the hourly, so that could come down a bit more. 45-minute, I mean, good curvature coming up. You could have, a little correction down, then blast up. People would probably want to know right now, where could this take us? Well, after this, let's try our big fib level from the all-time high. And after this, obviously, this spiral line, around 60K. 60K is a big psychological area. Like, I'd be very, very surprised if we just shoot through 60K. We are hitting this level. Basically, what we want to do is have this level at about 57.4 act as support rather than resistance. That's very, very important. And this trade I just made is kind of a bet for that. Keep in mind, I don't know if I mentioned this already, but my average entry point on this trade is 53. The stop loss, 53K stop loss is to the entry point. So I don't know if I was right here, if I would just trade this breakout. It's kind of a noob. I mean, trading breakouts is kind of risky. I don't know if I would trade it. I would probably do a small position and then put my stop loss, below this swing low right here. Maybe do a smaller, but good risk management, something where if I get stopped out of this, it goes this low, I'm not going to really care. That's kind of my advice if you're trying to trade this breakout. And advice, none of this is financial advice, never financial advice, but this is kind of how what I would do in this situation. Like stop loss below here, predetermine how much you're going to lose if you get stopped out. But I mean, I could have you could have a nice jump up to 60K here. It's definitely possible through the 30-minute, and this does look kind of like Q4 2020, what I've been talking about for a while now. And Q4 2020, look back, we went sky high. We didn't have many blips in it, and the Bears are still hooting and hollering. They're hooting and hollering on my Twitter posts. The Bears, the Grizzly Bears, are still there. They're not gone yet. So some people think it's over. There needs to be fear, like I've been always saying, guys. There needs to be fear for us to go up higher, to really outperform 10% annual average gain a year. There needs to be fear. The more risk and about accountability you take, the more it could go up. None of this is ever financial advice though, but that's just my opinion on it. So Ethereum, let's go on to, and coming up here, psychological level, I was a little I got in. I would have probably wanted to go long here. This would have been a perfect place at 10:30 a.m. I was by my computer around here. I made some breakfast, went to the gym, took a break, and then by the time I got back, we were already up here. And I'm like, oh my god, I missed that. And then you got to look some more. So I'm not in an Ethereum trade just yet, but what I'm looking for is this money flow crossover on the 45-minute. Let's look at the 12-minute as well. Coming up there, that I like 12-hour. Excuse me, if I said 12-minute. Looking good. We're printing a nice little, you can make the argument, a trigger wave in the 16-hour and the 1 hour. You want to have some curvature up, maybe get a red dot, maybe the next green. If you get a little trigger wave over here, bam, that would bring us up. Next main point, I think if Bitcoin's going to 60K, this is probably going to 37, 30, high 36, 37 before a pullback, or, our all-time high. No, our all-time high is way higher on this. Our all-time high is all the way at 43.90, and keep in mind Ethereum usually does not perform as well as as Bitcoin in the Q4. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But I'm really not financial advice, but I'm looking at the 45-minute for this money flow crossover. That's really what I'm looking at. So we'll see what happens here. If we have a pullback before then, obviously that would be a good call to wait. But this could be one of those times where everything just starts going up a lot. Let's look at Polkadot since it's really topical next. Polkadot, I missed out. I have a small position in Polkadot that I've had for a while. It's one of those things I just believe in long term. So, these money flow crossovers don't lie. Look at this 45-minute right around everything around 11. Everything around 11 just went in. So yeah, 15-minute down, kind of, looks like we could definitely continue this. So let's draw a fib level. I want to draw a fib level. That's what I want to do. Here, nope. Here to here. Yeah, that was our all-time high in May. So we did hit this fib level around $40 psychological area. So daily it looks like it's this VO is trying to come down, to come back up. Maybe the next one, maybe we're getting to a top on this 12-hour. This is you can draw a divergence here. I think there's definitely an argument to be made. Let's see, let's draw a divergence from money flow still coming out all the way from here to here basically, and then here all the way up. So you can make that divergence. I may make the argument this is already played out, and then we'll come back up. Usually this type of pattern, money flow coming down, price trying to come down, I mean, if you're going to buy Polkadot right now, be ready to keep this for a while, because sometimes these crazy pumps from 30 to 40 bucks, all of a sudden sometimes they go right back down. Not saying that's what's going to happen, but it is choppy in some of these time frames. It's not the easiest thing to read right now. So starting to curve down on the 4-hour, and then 2-hour, we're still, money, it's like it's trying to come down almost. So this doesn't look the best in the technicals in my opinion. However, if Bitcoin and Ethereum really scoots up, this will probably scoot up as well. Or, the more bearish case, we just get another rejection off of that big fib level on Bitcoin, bringing everything down. I think there's some FOMO starting to happen maybe. So, it's getting high here. But, yeah, not the easiest thing to read, but, I would be cautious. This money flow crossover might be a good short entry. Money flow crossover on the 20-minute might be a good short entry. That's what I'm looking at. And last but not least, ADA. We hit two. I hit 2 take profits on my ADA position. My first take profit was around 214. Second was 220. Hit it perfectly, and we're back down a bit. Let's look at ADA. Daily crossing up. I like this on the VWAP. A lot of things are going the other way. A lot of people would make the argument that money flow is coming out. However, it's not the biggest cause for concern because price is following it. We're not, there's no real divergence here. There's no divergence. That's a better bull case. And then here I like this great little green dot on the 12-hour. That's nice. That could bring us up a sizable amount more. The 8-hour. I like this. It's trying to come up. It's gonna. This does look good. This looks like it could be ready for takeoff. This could be the next. Polkadot had its nice run. Now this could be the next nice run, maybe. Hourly, the money is. We have good curvature. We have good curvature, for the most part. 30-minute. Yeah, this is around where I went in this morning. Right, believe right around this general 211, 210. Right when we went back into the red, that perfect little pattern, mama turtle, like CryptoFace likes to say, little baby turtle, bam, came up. So it's Cardano. Where could Cardano end up? Let's try fib level out. So this is interesting. This is not even all-time high was here rather than May. So we go, we could go from that. Well, no, you don't want to. How should we draw? All right, let's just draw our fib level like that. Let's not even bother with the old stuff. Here to here. Next big place, 230. That's a big area. After that, 260. So 230 is the next place I'm going to be looking for profits on this, definitely. 230, big area. But this definitely could bring us up to 260. And then after 260, there ain't much between all of that and all-time highs. I mean, there's a few areas, but not too many places. I mean, 280, but after that. So yeah, guys, Hope you got something out of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like, please subscribe to the channel. Check out my links below if you want to join the exclusive Patreon, link in description, exclusive Discord through Patreon, link in the description below. Also, I think there's another slot left for one-on-one coaching if you want to check that out with me. And check out my other links below if you want to help support the channel. If you know Market Cipher, discount code ALDA15, 15% off. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.